Also tonight, some aggrieved NPP delegates at the Okaikoi South constituency have vowed to vote against their party. The reason is that their names have been expunged from the voters' register despite being qualified to partake in the electoral process which took place today. The delegates claim the MP for the area, Dakoa Newman, and some regional executives colluded to remove their names from the register. According to him, over 400 names have been replaced with persons who are not from the constituency. We'll hear from them shortly, but earlier today, the election was nearly disrupted as confusion marked the process, leading to fisticuffs between some of the aggrieved supporters and the police. My colleague, Kwesi Parker-Wilson, has the rest of the story.
So what's happening here is that the delegates have blocked the vehicle conveying the Electoral Commission officials to the venue. They have said that this election will not be conducted, and so even though the police is escorting the Electoral Commission to the venue where the elections will be held, the delegates have blocked the vehicle, asking that this election will not be conducted and that the EC should return to their offices because this election today will not be conducted. Boss, I mean, this is a vehicle. And why are you stopping the vehicle, sir?
We just want the right thing to be done. This is an election. These people came to us that they are going to maintain everyone. And here lies the case. We have the video evidence. And now they've taken our names out. Look at the number of people here. And you expect us to let the election go on? Never. The right thing must be done. The right thing must be done.
But you can't block. The police says that this election,
yes,
the party has given them today to conduct the election.
Today.
So you can't block the EC.
What we know is that we are delegates and we are expected to vote on Saturday. So why are they coming now? What is the agenda?
I see.
In favor of anything. We want peace. We want peace. You cannot say that this vehicle should run through us. You cannot say that this vehicle should run through us. What are you saying?
So the police is here. The police is moving. The police is pushing them away. The police is pushing them away, paving way for the vehicle to run through. So very chaotic situation here. At the Prince of Peace School, where the NPP is holding its delegates constituency election. And that is, you can see the force, you can see the reaction of the police and the delegate pushing them, shoving them, and the vehicle equally moving slowly, gaining access to the entrance. So this is the chaotic situation here at the Prince of Peace School, where the NPP is expected to hold their delegate conference. Some of the delegates are in a fisticuffs with the police right now, paving way for the EC to move. So clearly, this is the situation. This man has held the police leg, and this is the chaotic situation here. The chaotic situation here at the Prince of Peace. Finally, the vehicle has gained access. Finally, the vehicle has gained access, and the vehicle has entered. What it means is that the election will be held, and one man has been arrested, and he has been taken into the police vehicle. So he has been arrested, and he's asking the police to handcuff him.
Amid the chaos, the police arrested 5 persons for obstructing the duties of the men in uniform. ACP Fache Kumi has been speaking to Joy News.
They are raising issues of the election coming on Saturday and not today, and that some people's names have been removed from the register. And then they went on to also say that they've taken the matter to court and there is injunction. And what I was trying to tell them is that if they have injunction and they go ahead, the party goes ahead to conduct the election, they have every right to go and cite the party for contempt. If some people's name have been removed from the register as they are alleged, that is also a basis for them to go to court and, channel their grievances. At the end of the day, we are not expecting them to be physical or obstruct anybody who is coming to cast his or her vote. We are here, as I said, to maintain law and order. And therefore, if anybody thinks he is too big, we are here. We'll see who is big, and at the end of the day, who will be able to maintain law and order so far as this election is concerned.
Now listen to the delegates threatening to vote out the NPP in 2024.
Is it then our best?
We go independent, or we go with NPP. That's all. We are not maintaining that one here.
So you vote against your candidate?
Yes. Incompetent person here. Yeah, you know one time. Yeah, and I didn't buy it. So if she decided to take us off, you also take care of it.
Well, so let's go live now to one of the voting centers at Bubuashi for an update. Kwesi Parker Wilson is joining us live via Zoom from there. Parker, bring us up to speed on the latest from the center.
Blessed, the situation in the morning is now calm. The delegates have gone through the process successfully. They are done voting, and that the Electoral Commission is currently counting the ballot and will soon declare the result of this election. And so the situation is that the delegates conformed and normed after the police arrested about 5 individuals who were fomenting trouble early this morning. And I can see about 30 police officers detailed to the grounds to ensure that there is peace as the counting is going on. And subsequently, when the results are declared, because they do not want any surprises where some delegates will misbehave after the declaration of the results. So they have been stationed at vantage points and ensuring that they do what is right. Honorable, the lawyer Frank Davis has been here this morning. He's been monitoring the event, and I'm happy to have him here with me. Counsel, you're live on Johnny. Briefly, what's been your own assessment of this process, sir?
Well, good evening to your cherished listeners. It's been splendid, but for just a small pocket of disturbance early on in the morning, those involved have been picked up by the police, so they are in police custody now. But it's been orderly, smooth, a lot of cooperation from the delegates and the aspirants or contestants, and it's been excellent.
And for me, I'm curious to know, what's your interest in this election? Because there's an election. You're counsel for the party.
I don't have any interest. I'm the national rep.
Okay.
Okaikoi South Constituency. So I'm compelled to be here. But so I'm here to supervise and monitor and report to the party.
I see. But finally, for me, with the violence that marred the beat of the election from the start, what do you make of it? Unfortunate that the delegates going forward, what are the assurances that this will not recur?
I'm inclined to believe that as we mature in politics, this kind of behavior should not be condoned. I mean, if your name is not in a constituency album, you wait and come and pick it at the election venue, the polling station, I mean the center of the election. Meanwhile, there was a directive that constituency album should be displayed in a constituency office. So if you wanted to be sure that your name was in the register, you should have seen your constituency album. What's that supposed to mean? It's either your name is in the register or it's not. If your name is on there, it's unfortunate. What would anybody gain by cheating you unfairly? You know, they should have channeled their grievance early on so that the party will address it. But you don't wait when it's an election time and you come here and say your name is not in the register. Who's going to restore you onto the register? We can't do that. So I only advise my party people that you don't gain any notoriety for people seeing you as rowdy. Now that you have come to misbehave, you are in police custody, your people are here. So what do you say to yourself?
And finally for me, if some of them who their names are not captured on the register are threatening to vote against the party, making it difficult for you to break the egg, what will you respond to them?
These things recur. After a day or two, they'll come back. They'll come back. I mean, you get pain about something.
Right.
But I mean, after a while.
I just empty threats.
Oh, I won't say empty threats. They are just people who want to vent out their frustration. But apart from that, they'll come back. Don't worry.
All right, thank you very much. Lawyer Frank Davies there, a lawyer for the governing NPP. He's excited about the process, indicating that it's been splendid because he's the national rep supervising over this election. So, pleasure, the counting is still underway. Very soon, the Electoral Commission will declare the results, and we will know who has won the constituency chairman and the other positions that many other candidates are contesting for.
Well, Parker Wilson there, it promises to be a very long night. In fact, we're expecting the exercise to continue throughout to tomorrow. We'll be watching that for you in the Ashanti region as well. There was chaos in the Subin constituency as some aspirants for executive positions in the NPP tried to stop the election. They accused the party's leadership of breaching internal processes to hold a delegates conference. Already some aggrieved persons who are not satisfied with the polling station elections have actually placed an injunction on the constituency polls. Aspiring chairperson Mark J says the date for the election was set in less than 24 hours, denying them, the voters, to register.
Yesterday, there was a meeting. They called that meeting emergency meeting. What emergency meeting was that? The emergency was we have to hold the elections tomorrow. Not giving a chance to speak to one delegate. No, I don't have the album. And I don't even have a polling agent, all right, to write my results for me. Okay, so how do I go on? Is that the way in elections are conducted in our system in NPP? No, that's not the way. Not a single delegate, not been given the chance to speak to one delegate. Okay, I just had the chance this morning to enter one of the buses, all right, to speak to the delegates. Okay, and that's about it. I mean, is that the way elections are conducted? The election, to conduct election, doesn't fall on just one day, the day that you're going to vote. No, it goes through a lot of processing, and the major role, all right, in that process is your campaign. Okay, that's where you know that yes, I have done work, all right, that is going to put me here or there.
Well, there's more also in the northern region. Polling station executives in the Yendi constituency who turned out this morning to vote at the constituency elections have expressed disappointment over the suspension of elections in that part of the country. A polling station officer at the Yendi Senior High School electoral area, Abdullahi, told us that they were notified after they arrived there at the polling station.
Somewhere around 5 p.m. prepare the grounds for the election to come off this morning. Once it has happened to be one of an elected area that I'm a polling station secretary. In fact, we have not been privy to any information about the suspension of this election. And all preparation was done, expenses was made. And just this morning that we have been told, the General Secretary of the party has called the election to suspension. Ideally, I think the party has its own structures. And I don't think the structures have to be tampered by individuals who wants to actually have their own interests. The structure has to abide by everybody in the constituency.